Hello and welcome to the Creative Minds podcast. I'm Michael Beck, the creator of Creative Minds, which is a group that I created locally in my hometown of Williamsburg, Virginia, to get creatives um, and artists to get out of their studio and just do community as artists. So often, and you look in the history books, and whether it was intentional or unintentional, you had meeting places and gatherings of artists where they would get together and share ideas and share what they're working on. So, in the spirit of that and just and collaboration, I wanted to put this group together. And really, I had gone away to George Mason University, was in art school there. It was around lots of creative people, and joined a group that I really enjoyed there called Sketch Jam, which is a big inspiration for me. So after graduating and coming back to my hometown, I just felt like there wasn't any place already available for myself to get plugged into and meet other creative people. So I just took it upon myself to create this group. Um, and so yeah, so we've been meeting a couple times now. Coronavirus hit, so it's been all interesting. Putting things online instead of meeting in person, but it's been good, and we've had some great conversations, and it's been really cool to connect with people. And also, I've been just due to um, the virus and people going more online, I've also felt more comfortable like reaching out to people who I've only met through Instagram and just chatting with them and talking and um, just hearing about their creative work and what they're working on. Uh, so yeah, it's been really cool doing that. And so I just wanted to start this up and just have this be another facet of Creative Minds, and just me sharing um, just my thoughts, my ideas in regard to art and creativity. So I just thought I'd go ahead and, for those who know me and those who don't, you might be curious to hear my thoughts on what I think art is. And this is not me saying, this is at all objective. I'm not trying to tell you this is what you should believe, but hopefully you'll hear my thoughts, and then maybe, you'll agree or disagree on some things, and you'll then, you can formulate your own idea of what you think art is. Because hopefully, if you are, you know, doing artistic things, creative things, hopefully you have, some idea, or at least for yourself, kind of what you think art is and what your kind of your target is for what you're trying to produce. That doesn't even mean that I'm always aiming for that, or I always, think I'm making it, but this is just kind of in my mind. This is what I look for. This is what I say. Um, you know, is art is good art. So without further ado, my philosophy of art, subject to change. It's a big one. I might change this, within a week from now. Something might come up and I'll be like, wow, that really changes my whole perspective. But, as for now, and what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've learned, this is what I am, standing by. Anything can be art, but not everything is art. Art to me is like a class or a field, like math or science. Is It is not any greater than another, as some may imply, but it is unique, possessing its own value and merit. Sometimes I think of it as a sort of knowledge or intelligence. I wouldn't get an artist to help me with my taxes, nor to help me repair my car, or to build a house, or to perform any kind of surgery on my body. I don't see the fields as interchangeable. I don't see a difference in craft. Oh, sorry. I do see a difference versus different in craft versus art. Um, Craft has a very instinctual and tangible value, um, and it's practical, and it's useful. Um, and I want a good craftsman to build my house, for sure. I don't care what the the trim or the shape of the roof says about the earth, or my place in it, or um, elicits some other thought or emotion, if it's not structurally sound. Like, that's got to be the most important thing. Like, I need, my house to adhere to the laws and the guidelines, but I don't need it to be, you know, artistic. I don't need that. But however, an architect may wear several hats at once: a hat, a science hat, a math hat, and yes, an art hat, to make the house more than just practical, more than just conform to the HOA codes. Um, so, of course, it's nice to not just have something be practical and to look nice as well and to be aesthetically pleasing. And that's where, art can come in. Um, Art to me is about intent. That is where art gets very subjective. Uh, Moreover, because there can be so many overlaps between the different fields and numerous different hats worn, I often don't look at a work of art as art or not, but as more of a measure or scale how artistic um, a piece is. Um, so, what then is the intent that I believe makes something a work of art? I believe good art should challenge us and make us ask questions, not to give glib answers, but to initiate conversation. Art is a science which needs no conclusion. Um, so yeah, so those are my thoughts on art, what art is, um, and a lot of that really came from my time of going to art school, and that really really changed uh, my perspective. Like, really, like, it was kind of funny but cool to see how differently my opinions of art have changed. It's not like it was. It has grown, it's expounded, but it's also just reaffirmed other ideas that I had too. Um, yeah, so it's good to be able to question your thoughts and your beliefs on something. It doesn't have to necessarily change your mind, but it can also help um, just confirm, what be like, okay, I do firmly believe this, and this is why. Um, but anyways, yeah, I just so many of the work that I was, seeing that seemed progressive and interesting and really made me question was art that didn't give answers, but that were causing me, the viewer, the participant, to ask questions. And so for me, that's just a really important thing for me for art. I think so much work um, that's either considered art or good art, it seems like it just wants to slap you in the face, just wants to tell you something. Um, but that just seems like, you know, that's just missing it to me somehow, and that's why you know um, conceptual and the more abstract art started to really appeal to me, whereas it didn't before. Because before I thought, oh, um, it had to conform to all of those old standards set by the Renaissance, and everything be smooth and realistic, and you know have all these symbolisms, um, and that's great, and we can still use that today. But I do believe that as we have progressed, um, we do have this new landscape, this new opportunity to not have art that simply you know says it all, puts it out right in front, um, but is subtle, um, and is what's the word I'm looking for? Um, it doesn't just give you all the answers out front. You have to dig, you have to study it, and really, ultimately decide for yourself, you know, what the work is about. Put yourself in it. Um, so yeah, I feel like talking more about that is just me rambling. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. Those are, my ideas. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I just want to start out with that. And so, before I go on to any other thoughts and, videos, just kind of put that out there and be like, again, subject to change. But as I know, that's kind of my general framework, what I look for, what I am drawn to. Um, yeah, so I hope that you found that at least a little interesting. I hope that that will get you all thinking, because really that's, again, questions. Um, Not trying to just tell you anything, tell you what you think. I'm hoping to share this with you so that you can question and then formulate your own ideas. That's the hope anyway. So yes, thank you all so much for watching, and want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Michael Rapani, who created the awesome theme song for this podcast. And yeah, if you want to check him out, um, he does some awesome beatboxing and does lots of other cool music too. He's done some remixes for Zelda, and he's also done his own original stuff too. And I'm going to put the link to those below, so you should definitely check that out. And if you're interested in working with him, I'm sure he'd love to hear from you. So definitely check him out and hit him up. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. More videos to come. And you all take care. Stay safe. God bless.